Welcome to the Epson Artisan 835 all-in-one printer, a robust high-definition graphics printer with high-speed printing capabilities. The Artisan printer solves most modern office printing needs with print, copy, scan, fax, and photo features, all accessible from its 7.8-inch touchscreen. The Artisan is an asset to any creative startup, providing users with all the functions necessary to create high-quality work for office projects and client presentations. The Artisan boasts a well-developed user experience, but consists of a graphical user interface that can make the experience frustrating and confusing. Our team, GroupA, accepted the challenge presented by this problem and focused on redesigning the graphical user interface on the touchscreen. Our aim is to create a more streamlined, user-friendly interface that makes your task less of a task. The interface almost isn't good enough. Busy creatives need equipment as creative as themselves, able to blend into the background of their daily work. The Artisan is the almost perfect tool, but almost isn't good enough. A clumsy interface detracts from its otherwise very high capabilities. As it is designed, the graphical user interface is the star of the machine. It is the primary mode of communication with all features. The Artisan has a limited physical interface, consisting of push buttons for power and CD tray access, but all other features must be accessed through the touch screen. This screen provides users with multiple functions, while only displaying available buttons for your current task. These include arrow buttons, which allow you to view or access more information, a home button which returns you to the home screen, a menu button which allows you to make special settings, a clear settings to reset functions to their original settings, a back button to take you back to the previous screen, an OK button to confirm your task, and a host of other special features. To showcase the issue that arises from this seemingly easy-to-use display, GroupA has chosen the Scan to Memory Card task as our sample task. Scanning to a memory device is an easy everyday task, one that should be relatively easy, requiring no special connections to a computer system, no inter-office networking. It is something that any user in any office should be able to accomplish as quickly and as easily as possible. Pain points. What a pain. These are the steps users must currently take to scan a document or photograph to a memory card. Starting at the home screen, users are presented with the menu options. The menu is split into two screens, so users must use the arrow button to see all the available options. Fortunately, Scan appears on the first page. After selecting Scan, users must again use the arrow buttons to view all available scan options, Scan to Memory Card being on page 1. At anywhere before this point, you should have inserted your preferred memory card type. If not, you'll receive an information message stating no memory card or disk inserted. Now the system will go back to the scan menu screen, where you will either insert a memory card or choose a different scan option. There is no prompt asking you to insert a memory card. After selecting Scan to Memory Card and having your memory card device in place, users come to the Scan Formatting menu. Once again, users must use the arrow buttons to see all the available formatting options, as these are split onto two screens as well. Once all the formatting options are correct, users can select OK, and you will see an information screen appear to let you know the system is scanning. When the scanning process is complete, users will see a secondary information screen appear, instructing them not to remove the device and where on the device the scan item is saved. When this is complete, the screen will return to the Scan menu screen. Users can either choose to scan another document or select Back or Home to return to the home screen. As you can see from this process, the printer focuses primarily on its functionality and speed, but does not optimize the user interface to match. This process is far from user-friendly and can be very complicated and frustrating. Some of the frustrating issues, for example, common functions like OK, Back, and Home are all touchscreen buttons. The Scan function also fails to notify users of some important steps. For example, when Scan to Memory Card is selected, there is no screen prompting you to insert a card device. The 4 scan formatting options are split up across multiple screens, requiring users to look through to find their options. And there's also no clear indicator to press OK to go straight to scanning. Overall, the user interface is limited and clumsy, turning a quick and easy process into work. For Group A, this was our opportunity to make a good appliance great. The redesign. We aim to improve upon the current menu flow by creating a clean, hassle-free, user-friendly design. We minimize split menus by placing all the menu options on one screen where possible. We also made feedback cues more obvious and satisfying to the user, such as using appropriate visual cues and introducing a task completed screen. Our specific criteria included removing home and OK buttons from the touch screen and placing them as physical buttons on the screen housing. There would be no highlight on unavailable options if their criteria was not met. For example, no memory card, therefore you could not select Scan to Memory Card. All 4 Scan menu and Scan Formatting menu options were moved to one screen, and then we added a finished or complete screen at the end. With our new design, users would start at the home screen and they would use arrow keys to select their available menu options. Scanned, still appearing on page 1. Users would then be directed to the Scan menu where all their scanning options would be available on one screen. If a memory card was not inserted, Scan to Memory Card would not light up and therefore not be accessible. After choosing Scan to Memory Card, users were then directed to the Scan Formatting menu where all the formatting options would be available. Once the format was adjusted or was OK as is, users could select OK, and then they'd receive their information screen letting them know their item was scanning. When the scan was complete, users would see a secondary information screen appear letting them know where the scan file was being saved, and then they'd have their scan complete screen. When the scan and save was complete, the screen would return to the Scan menu, and here users could either choose to scan another document or select Back or Home to return to the home screen. This was a far better flow with fewer steps for the user. Prototypes and testing. Almost there! For the live testing, we each used the same prototype design with printouts of each window users would need to complete the task. Our users came from various backgrounds, ranging in age from early 20s to mid-30s, all having at least a basic understanding of printers. We tested them under various circumstances, such as sitting at a computer desk or dining room table, standing at a mock-up of a print station, and even sitting by a coffee table. Various environments with different levels of stress. Users would begin with the home screen and then make the selections they believed would be the fastest or most efficient way to complete the task. For this, we realized we still had one major hurdle in the design to tackle. Feedback. Format. Format. Format! Our redesign improved the scan selection steps, but at the Scan Formatting menu, our users met a host of new problems. Even though having all the formatting options available on one menu screen was quite handy, users were left feeling as though they were running in circles, and here are the reasons why. After adjusting their formatting selections, they weren't clear on how to actually scan the document. Some users even expected that scanning would happen automatically after making their selections. They weren't aware you could skip straight to scanning and not adjust any formatting at all. Due to extraneous information on the screen, such as OK Scan icon on the bottom of the screen, users completely missed the OK button on the screen housing. This was also due to the fact the OK button's design wasn't outstanding enough to draw the necessary attention. The final screens created a feeling of redundancy. Users appreciated knowing their task was scanned, saved, and completed, but each one of these with its own screen dragged the process on too long. And finally, after all that, users just wanted to go home. To the home screen, that is. They appreciated the idea of ending at the scan screen theoretically, but after that process, they really felt much better just returning to the home screen. And in conclusion, from good to great. Taking all of our users' feedback into consideration, we went right back to the drawing board. The great capabilities of the Artisan should be the real star on show, but the current interface with its frustrating layout was dulling its shine. Instead of trying to make any more alterations to the current touchscreen, we decided to redesign the interface altogether, introducing the new graphical user interface of the Epson Artisan 835. We give users a larger touchscreen display. Home, OK, and the arrow buttons are all now placed prominently on the top of the screen. And for the scanning process, we streamlined the Scan To and Scan Formatting menus, including a clear prompt for users to complete their scan. With these improvements, we believe we have now made the Artisan 835 an invaluable yet easy-to-use office tool for any young creative startup. Now your ideas can go from on the screen to your page with as little thought or effort as possible. Coming soon, the Artisan Printer app. Your needs are just one click away.